Jazz is an elusive thing that we've never been able to put our finger on. From hard bop in the 40s, cool jazz in the 50s, to avant-garde in the 60s, jazz fusion in the 70s, and so on, the genre has been perpetually changing with the times. Perhaps one of the most significant changes happened in the late 60s into the 70s, when jazz, funk, rock, and soul all fused together to create some of the most memorable and sampled grooves ever. Many consider Miles Davis' 1970 release Bitches Brew as the catapult into this new era of jazz. Herbie Hancock's Headhunters album was so influential in the 70s that most of the tunes on this LP still get called at jam sessions to this day. It only takes playing through a little bit of the classic and funky tune Think Twice by Donald Byrd to recognize it as the loop from Looking at the Front Door by Main Source. Drop the needle on Ronnie Foster's Mystic Brew, and you will immediately know it as the infectious groove of electric relaxation. The music of this era was not only legendary in itself, but inspired legendary music by hip-hop artists who would sample these records not much later. Our newest addition to the library, titled Sapphire, pays homage to the classic jazz fusion releases of the 70s. Each loop in this pack pays careful attention to the depth of composition and live feel that any jazz lover is naturally drawn to. Each arrangement is beautifully woven together with a variety of instruments. It is mixed and glued together with the slight saturation and compression that creates the textures that inspire us to sample. As always, we use real analog gear and play every instrument in real time. We've included live trumpet, trombone, and fretless bass to provide the realism and soul to these samples that we're known for. In addition to the 10 melodic loops and the stems for each melodic loop included in this pack, we've included 10 drum breaks and 47 drum one-shots. In the style of 70s jazz, these drums are tuned tight and dry with just the right amount of snap. In addition to all of this, there are 40 guitar one-shots, 29 organ one-shots, 18 piano one-shots, 43 Fender Rhodes one-shots, and 2 string one-shots. Sapphire gives you the opportunity and resources to create music with high-quality sounds and the classic stamp and sophisticated aura of jazz. If you've ever taken a look at a real book or any jazz chart, you notice there are two main focuses of the piece: chords and melody. Sapphire focuses primarily on these two elements so that they work together in the most harmonious way possible. Listen to Melodic Loop number 1 and notice that the melody is highlighted with an analog synth lead as well as a Fender Rhodes, but is carried by a moving bass line and warm guitar chords. Here's a sample. Melodic Loop 4 makes use of real analog spring reverb via the Endless Summer Deluxe Reverb by Recovery Effects. Notice how the spring reverb adds a thickness and a texture to the arrangement that is unachievable by using plugins. Take a listen. Melodic Loop number 10 features an absolutely beautiful fretless bass line, effortlessly sliding in and out of each note, weaving through each chord. The Bob James-esque synth lead sets the mood perfectly here. Have a listen. Sapphire was created to once again inject jazz and soul into modern music production. It is available for download at the Soul Surplus store.